Once was a land of woe and strife, where the people were bereft of hope. They prayed to their gods of might and light to deliver the heroes of old. Instead they got heroes. Did you hear the quotes in my voice of moral ambiguity? They may help or may not help you at all, depends on what's in it for them. They kick and they punch and they maul and they smash, they lie and they scheme and they burn and they slash. Succeed or fail, it adds to the tale. Dungeons and Debacle starts now.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. I am your host and Dungeon Master Kevin. I want to thank everybody out there in Twitch land for joining us on the live stream. Going around the table today are players Hannah.
I'm Hannah and I'll be playing Talia, the human rogue.
And John.
Hello. I play Illuminatus, Elven Monk. But I know he's good looking because he's always cooking.
It makes you thirsty.
That's how
like
that works.
Pickled eggs.
I'm trying to come up with something new every week, Kevin. God.
That was just too good. And Shane.
I'm Shane playing Alexander the Human Bard.
And Blake.
I'm Blake and I'll be playing Juliet, the Eldritch Knight Dragonborn.
Alright, and joining us this week, our special guest, Joel, the Atlanta Game Master. Joel, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hey, thanks for letting me join the group this week. I really appreciate it. So we offer services to run games for birthday parties for kids and teenagers, also corporate events and private groups if people are looking for someone to put together a next level game, or you've just got a group of people who want to play and nobody wants to step up and DM. So we offer those services. We also have a blog that we are putting regularly scheduled content up on. Some of the things are puzzles, some of which we'll be using in the game today. Also, different character options, different NPC options, things like that, stuff to help people have a good time.
Yep, and that's sort of how we met, is on a Dungeons & Dragons group. You had posted some excellent puzzle content, and I reached out to you about a possible sponsorship, or not sponsorship, partnership. And hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these.
Yes, sponsor us.
Hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these in the future that will be released as bonus episodes where we run through some of the great puzzles that you've created.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, absolutely. I think puzzles especially seems to be an area where there's not a lot of community content yet, so it's something that I'm hoping I can start adding to the community more.
Yeah, it definitely fills a hole that is out there in content that I've noticed. And where can people find you if they want to get a hold of you?
Well, we are on Facebook. If you just do a search for Atlanta Game Master, we've got a page set up there. I'm also on Twitter. It's at Lewinadas, which is LLEWINADAS. It's a play on the Welsh word for lion and Leonidas that I came up with at some point in my gaming history. So you can find me there as well. It also shows up as Atlanta Game Master as who the person there is. So I think you can just look for it by looking for those keywords as well.
And your website is up and running again. You can find it at atlantagamemaster.com. So this is a two-parter as we have been playing the puzzles Joel has created. Last time our villains faced a door puzzle and got a little beat up from it. They open the door and that's where they find themselves now. So Joel, take it away.
The magical door of bronze shimmers, glows, and disappears. And in front of you there's a short 20-foot hallway that opens up into what appears to be a much, much larger space.
I will shove Juliet forward.
Thanks. I'm so glad you chose me. Yeah, so Juliet will walk down the hallway or whatnot inside.
Okay. Is everyone following?
Yes.
Okay. So as you walk in, you notice that the walls around you rise about 20 feet into the air, and as you enter the main space of this room, all of the walls are covered in images of forest and dancing fae covered in the garb of their revelry, dancing around the outside of this area. In front of the walls, there are ornate statues which appear to capture both fae and mortals in the moments of dance in various poses. And the trees, actually, the paintings of the trees arch up into the ceiling 20 feet up, and then branches come out, and then after the branches, it appears that they've painted the entire ceiling, almost with lifelike detail to make it look as though you're looking up at the night, a slightly cloudy night sky. In front of you, there is, like I said, a large room. Just glancing at it, your best guess is it's at least 100 feet wide by 100 feet long, which is odd, considering that your estimate of the size of this entire floor of this ancient pyramid was less than 100 by 100 feet. But it's covered in flagstones alternating green and white.
Hey, Talia, would you mind going up ahead to check for traps?
Sure.
Can Juliet still see magic?
It's been well over the 10-minute limit, so you'd have to cast the spell again.
Yeah, I can just cast it again. Easy ritual.
Okay. So you sit down and begin to do your 10 plus minutes to cast it as a ritual. In the meantime, Talia, you're checking for traps.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
I have to remember what I have to roll. 1 second. It's investigation, right? I'm not stupid, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say at this point you're moving very carefully and slowly, so yeah, we can call that investigation.
6, I see nothing.
There's nothing obvious, you know. The flagstones seem to be very well seated. Are you... How would you go about doing this? Are you moving across the floor, looking slowly as you go, or what are you doing?
Probably. Where is the... someone just pinged the door, like, where we're... Right there?
Yeah, if everybody could go ahead and place your token, like, on the map, and we'll say that this right here is the doorway.
Please don't manhandle my token. I don't like being manhandled.
Juliet throws Alexander forward.
Oh no.
Just take your boot and stick in the small of his back.
I was making a movie reference. Leave me alone.
So basically, Talia would just start, slowly putting, not putting all of her weight on a stone before she's sure about it, that kind of thing, and working her way
across the floor.
Yeah, across the floor.
Okay. So as you take your first step forward, that first foot onto one of the white flagstones, a jolt of magical energy shoots up your leg, and you are seared by cold, so cold that it feels like heat. And you take 1d4 minus 1 damage, but we'll say a minimum of 1, so between 1 and 3 points of damage. I'll go ahead and roll. If I roll a 0, count it as a 1. So 2 points of damage with that first step. Additionally, you immediately begin to dance uncontrollably.
Oh, guys, this is bad.
So you start river dancing across the floor.
Luna's going to try to snatch at her to pull her back.
Okay, go ahead and make a skill check for me. I guess we'll call it acrobatics.
I will blare my bagpipes to inspire him.
Okay, so get that D8 additional.
So 17.
Okay. 17 is enough to jerk her back off the floor, and as you do, the uncontrollable urge to dance fades immediately.
Okay, so don't step on the white squares.
This is going to be fun.
So forest, I'm guessing we're only supposed to step on the green?
Talia, if you'd like to, you can make another check for traps on the green square.
I will do so. Is still an investigation, or should I do something else?
Investigation again.
12.
There does not appear to be any kind of a trap on the green square.
I will shove Luno. Not shove. I'll ask Luno to switch places with me, and I will attempt very carefully to place the other foot, onto the green square.
So, let me make sure I understand. So, are you trying to get Luno to step, or are you just asking him to be ready to grab you?
Switch spaces.
Yeah, just switching spaces with him, and then I'm going to step on the square.
Okay, all right. Again, you lightly step on the square, and again, there is this jolt of magic that runs up your leg, only this time it is green fire that swirls up your leg, and you take another 1d4 minus 1 points of damage and begin to dance uncontrollably. So that's 2 damage again.
Guys.
With a 9, you are unable to grab her before she begins to dance out into the middle of the floor.
Alright, so this is happening.
So I need a perception check from you, Talia.
20.
Excellent. So what you notice as you begin to dance, and you notice this almost instantly, you look down and you see ghostly footprints appearing in front of you. And you very quickly, with a 20, also notice that they are clearly dance steps.
Okay, I am going to yell back at the guys. Guys, there's some kind of glowy footprint things that look like a dance step out here. I don't know what that means, but I see it.
Try following the suggestion.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
I'll try following the footsteps. This can't end badly at all.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Ah, crap. 15. Hey, that's significantly better than I thought it would do.
A 15 is not bad. At this point, I will ask everyone to go ahead and roll initiative so that we can have performance checks sort of go in order as you step onto the board, since that appears to be what's going on here. But Talia, I'm going to go ahead and ask that you move your token 5 squares to the right and 5 squares up. So you dance madly across this floor and manage to move yourself that much farther toward the far end. And it appears, at least, that perhaps the magical trap was only at the beginning of the dance floor, but you take no damage as you dance across the tiles.
Alexander?
Sorry. Let me click. I actually rolled nice on initiative for once.
Okay. So can we get those sorted by initiative order?
No, we just look at them and do.
No, Kevin did it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And is that whose name is not showing up there? Luna. Okay. I'll try to remember that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take it in the order that it's in right now. So Talia just went. So Luna, what are you doing?
I am going to... Well, I guess what we're going to be doing is we're going to try and dance our way across the floor.
I mean, that's the obvious option, but if you have something else to suggest.
First, I'm going to try and take a running jump to get as far across the floor as possible.
All right. So go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Oh, well, that won't be great, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, there are no natural failures on skill checks. So you do manage to jump 10 feet forward. And as you land, a jolt of fire shoots up your leg, and you also take between 1 and 3 points of damage. Lucky you for 3 points of damage. And begin to dance uncontrollably. So I need a performance check. Okay. You find it difficult, perhaps because of the way that you started your dance with a leap of faith, so to speak. You find it difficult to match your feet to the pacing of these dance steps. And you're not doing a river dance like Talia is. You're doing more of a waltz. And you'd think that would be an easier dance to follow, but the steps are very, very complex. So I need from you I need a Constitution save, please.
4.
Okay. With a 4, as you struggle to dance, you do manage to move forward somewhat, So I would like you to move 2 squares to the left and 2 squares up. And you also begin to lose energy. This is an exhausting thing to force you to dance without stop, without any pause. And there's clearly magic here that as you fail in your steps, you can feel pulling the vitality out of your body. You have 1 level of exhaustion.
Guys, this is really tiring in a bad way.
Just stop being bad at dancing.
So let's see. Who's next on the list here?
That would
Juliet.
be Nifron.
Nifron.
Oh, Nifron?
Nifron.
Nifron will go after Alexander right now, where we just did Luno.
Oh,
that's
it's
right.
Juliet.
Yep, surely let's go.
Alright, so Juliet is a contemplative sort. She's going to watch what's going to happen to Talia and Alunadas for now. So you can kind of skip her.
Okay.
All right, next up would be Vic. And she's doing a performance check.
Well, she has to step onto the floor first, so she's stepping on a green or a white tile.
Okay, so
White
she
tile it is. So that's 2 points of damage and then a performance check.
That is a 19.
Excellent. I'm actually seeing a 22.
Oh, I was looking at the die. Yeah, so that's a 22.
Okay. Fantastic. So she dances backwards and forwards across the floor, and you can move her straight forward 5 squares.
Alrighty. So next up would be Alexander.
That's me. I will, I'll use Healing Word on myself real quick, which heals me for 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier for 5.
Excellent.
And then I will make my way onto the dance floor while playing my bagpipes.
Okay. All right. Are you trying to give yourself inspiration?
No, I'm just playing my bagpipes.
All right. Okay. So you step onto the dance floor, and you step onto a green square. So flame shoots up your leg for 1 point of damage, and the floor seems to pick up on the tune that you're playing and begins to give you a dance that goes along with it. Go ahead and give me a performance check with advantage.
23.
Excellent. You're able very easily to dance across the floor and follow the steps. Move your character 5 up and then all the way over to the right-hand side.
There.
Yep, perfect. So that makes it Nifron's turn, I believe.
Yes. So Nifron is actually going to take a running jump and try to jump out onto this floor as far as he can before he lands on a tile.
Okay. So again, give me an athletics check to see if he can jump farther than normal.
That's an 8.
Okay. So I'll give you 10 feet. So is he jumping straight from where he is onto the... Okay, so there's ice damage. 1 point of ice damage and a performance check as the glowing, ghostly feet begin to dance before him.
That's a 6.
Okay. With a 6, as this strange military march of a dance shows up in front of him, he's not sure what to make of it and is able to move 2 squares forward and 4 squares left, but unfortunately also begins to feel the exhaustion of this magical forced dance, and Nifron also has 1 level of exhaustion.
Alrighty.
And so do we go to Juliet's turn at the end of the round at this point, or do we skip it entirely and have to wait until she is back at initiative?
I was waiting to
Let's
see
move on to
what
Talia.
Talia and Alunadas were going to do. So I guess we're back at the top of the round
Okay.
with Talia.
Okay. So Talia, the dance steps are continuing to move out in front of you as you go, and with a 4, as you hear your friends getting shocked and zapped and frozen and begin to pant in exhaustion, the worry begins to set in, and you're only able to move forward about 2 squares and over to the left 5. And unfortunately, you are now beginning to become exhausted as well, so you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Just loosen up, Talia. It's not that hard.
Not all of us have magic bagpipes, Alexander. Meh.
You had your chance to get one.
All right. I don't see a name on that. I'm not sure who that is.
Lino.
That's Lino.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I believe exhaustion is going to start giving me disadvantage on things, yeah?
On skill checks, yes, which a performance check would absolutely count as. So there's a couple of things here that I will sort of read out as options go here. You can choose to move with advantage if you move slower. You can slow yourself down to half speed. You can also try to move more quickly, but if you move more quickly, then the difficulty will become higher, depending on how much faster you move. So you can double move, as you normally would be able to, using your movement and your action to double move, and that's going to bump your difficulty up to succeed on matching the dance steps. You can half move, and I will give you advantage to cancel out your disadvantage. And if you have any other magical abilities that allow for extra movement, each of those you use also will make the difficulty higher.
All right, I'm just going to do half.
Okay.
And so I'll just be rolling regular performance checks.
Rolling a regular performance check, correct.
Okay.
6. So despite your half movement, you're only able to move 3 squares. You can move yourself 3 squares up and 6 squares to the right. And I need you to give me another Constitution save. Oh boy!
I am whiffing every roll.
So 1 point of damage from fire as it shoots up your leg, and you become more exhausted.
This isn't going well, guys. I believe that's it for my turn.
Okay, so Juliet's up. Question. Are there any motifs or pictures on the side of the wall that line up with these squares at all?
Give me a little bit more of a description of what you're looking for. I'm not sure I'm following.
Like, this is set up sort of like a chessboard in rows and columns. I'm wondering if there are motifs or pictures or words on the side of the wall that match up with the rows and columns. Or if it's just bare rock, or if it has just random pictures and whatnot on it.
Yeah, so it's not random. It's definitely the entirety of this room is painted as one piece of art, and it depicts people dancing through a forest. In addition to that, there are statues that line both sides of the wall, about 15 feet apart, that are also pictures of 1 or 2 people in the movements of dance.
Okay. And second question. Talia had seen like ghostly footprints on the squares. Are there any of those in the square Juliet is in front of, the green one?
No.
Okay. Then Juliet is going to step forward and try and dance her way forward.
Okay. So as you step forward, go ahead and make a performance check for me.
2. Yeah.
Okay. You stumble a bit in your dance, and you suffer the damage from the green flame. Green flame. So that's 2 points of damage for you, and that was just to enter the floor. As you do so, these ghostly footprints do appear in front of you, and you can make a second performance check to follow them.
Okay, perfect. 7. Yeah.
Okay. With a 7, possibly because of the flaming searing that just shot up your leg, you have difficulty matching the steps exactly. You're able to move 2 steps forward and 5 steps to the right.
2 steps forward, 5 to the right. Got it.
Correct.
And
Juliet has 2 left feet, so that's fine.
And that would be a roll for exhaustion as well, please.
Oh, what am I rolling? Constitution?
It was a Constitution check, I believe. Hold on a second.
That's what I failed twice.
Yes, thank you.
A 23.
You manage not to become exhausted. And I apologize. I wanted to double check because I'm sort of flipping back and forth on the screens here. Did I allow everyone who took a level of exhaustion to roll Constitution on that, or did I give anyone that automatically?
You gave that
Roll
automatically to
twice.
Nifron.
Okay. Go
And
ahead
Talia.
Okay, please have them roll. And
Crit fell for
Talia
Nifron.
succeeds.
Yay, she's not exhausted.
You're not exhausted.
Nifron got a 2.
Okay, a 2 does not succeed. All
And
right, so who's next?
that is fire damage that Juliet would have taken, correct?
Juliet stepped onto a green, so that would have been fire damage, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
so that damage is halved to 1.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
Okay, so that makes it Vic's turn.
Yep. So does she see the footprints in front of her?
Yes, each of them sees their own set of footprints guiding them in the next step or two of the dance.
Okay, so she's going to try to follow that.
Okay, so that would be another performance check. And is she moving at full speed, half speed, double speed?
She is going to go ahead and move at full speed.
Okay.
Since she does not have any exhaustion currently.
Okay, a 22 is excellent.
Wow.
So she is able to dance deftly across the floor, all the way to the left and 4 squares up.
1. So 4 squares up and then all the way to the
All
left.
the way to the left.
All right.
Okay, Alexander.
It's my time to shine. I will. I'll go regular speed and try and just dance with the steps
Okay.
while continuously playing my bagpipes.
And since the magical 4 seems to be playing with you, I will go ahead and allow you advantage as a bard on this roll.
Exciting. 14.
14, unfortunately, is not quite enough. You do manage to dance most of the way forward during the next 6 seconds, but you stumble at the last moment and step backward instead of forward. So I will have you move up 2 and over to the left 3.
There.
Is that sharing the spot?
Should be
Up
right
to-
there.
2 or 3. You're at the
over.
green square. There you go. Gotcha. Yep, so that would be fire damage shooting up your leg for 3 points of damage. And then I need another constitution save to avoid becoming exhausted.
4.
A 4 is unfortunately not enough. You do begin to feel the exhaustion as every failure, it feels like the magic starts to pull vitality out of your body. And that
And
makes
that's
it
my
Nifron's turn.
All right, so Nifron's going to follow the footsteps, and he is going to go at regular movement.
Okay.
That's a 3.
3 is definitely not going to work. So 2 steps forward and just stay right there. And I need another constitution save, please. And 3 points of ice damage.
That's a 6.
A 6, having already failed, is unfortunately not enough. That would be a second level the word left me.
Exhaustion.
Thank you.
All right, Talia's up.
And
All right. 16?
16 is enough to succeed at your performance check, assuming that you're moving at regular speed.
Yes, that is the plan.
Okay, so that would move you ahead 4 and to the left 4, and you suffer no ill effects whatsoever.
Yay!
That would make it Luno's turn.
All right. Luno is not feeling great.
No, you are now disadvantaged on your skill checks, and you are also, your speed is reduced to half,
Okay. So he's down to 5 speed.
assuming that you move half speed, yeah.
All right. So, can he click his heels together to activate his boosts of haste to double his speed?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And then try to cancel out the disadvantage by moving
Half speed.
slow.
Okay.
So I have no idea what his speed is now.
We're going to call it 10 as far as the dancing goes. You're obviously moving a lot more than 10 feet forward.
Yeah. So now he has his performance check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
God damn it, guys, stop using up all the good rolls.
So the dance takes over, and it's moving with blistering speed as you try to keep up, and you end up dancing all the way to the left side of this floor and up 10 feet, which you find very tiring considering current state. I do need you to go ahead and roll another Constitution save for me. With a 13, you succeed at the save, but you do take 1 point of ice damage.
Okay.
And that would be your turn, sir.
Yes.
Juliet.
All right, Juliet is going to take her time and try and follow these ghostly footsteps moving forward or whatever direction they happen to be bringing her.
So does that mean you're moving at half speed?
Yes.
Okay. Then you would get your roll with advantage.
That is a 19.
It's good that it wasn't a 13.
Yeah.
So you do manage to move forward carefully, paying very close attention to the dance steps. And I will have you move up 2 and to the left 5.
All right. Do I take any damage or Constitution save or anything?
None of that. Everything works fine for you.
Okay.
It seems as though as long as you can follow the steps of the dance, there are no ill effects.
Juliet is going to holler out to the rest of the party, if you follow the steps, you don't really get hurt. Just do a good job. And that's it for her.
Okay. Excellent. That makes it Vic's turn.
Thanks, Juliet, for all of that super helpful information.
Vic, seeing that, Alexander, are you in pretty bad shape?
I wouldn't say I'm not looking good, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. So Vic is actually going to try to move over towards Alexander.
Okay. So he's intentionally trying to guide the dance in the direction that he wants to go. So normally I would say let's call that a roll with disadvantage. If you move at half speed, you can roll normally.
Okay, so she'll move at half speed.
Okay. A 23. Excellent. So you are able to move halfway across the floor in the direction that you're wanting to move. So let's say to about here. And let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 35 feet away. Can you cast the spell that you need from there?
She has, I think both of it. She's going to try to heal him, but I think both spells are, she's got Cure Wounds and Lay on Hands, which I believe both are touch.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead, if she chooses to, I'll let you use your 10 feet forward of movement to move 10 feet closer to Alexander in whatever direction you choose.
Okay. 10 feet, did you say?
10 feet.
Okay.
Okay, and no ill effects because of your successful performance roll. So that makes Alexander's turn.
That's me. I will try and go towards, try and get it towards Vic. Actually, I'll just let the music carry me and play my bagpipes and see what happens.
All right. So moving at normal speed, that would be a roll with advantage because you're playing the bagpipes to help you.
21.
A 21 is absolutely successful. So you are able to move up 4, and let me just do a little see here to see what direction you move, left or right. That would be left, so you will move left 6 spaces. And no ill effects suffered by you at all. Nitron, moving at half speed normally now, and with disadvantage on your performance check.
Alright, so I guess he's going to try to move half speed to try to get rid of that disadvantage.
Okay, so that means however much he moves left or right, he will only move forward 1 square.
That is a 14 performance.
14 is unfortunately just shy of the performance check. So he moves forward the 1 square, and lands, we'll say, right here. And I need a Constitution check, please. All right, Constitution save, please.
Crit.
Excellent. So he does not suffer any more levels of exhaustion, but 1 point of icy damage shoots up through his feet.
All right.
All right, moving us on to Talia, who has more than covered half the floor now.
Oh, crit fail.
Sadly, were you moving at normal speed?
I mean, is it too late for me to say, no, I'm totally doing half speed so I can use that 17?
Oh, no, yeah, I think it's a little bit too late.
Then why'd you ask?
I just was trying to clarify in my head what was going on. Try to let me know ahead of time before you roll to get rid of any confusion.
Gotcha, my apologies.
No, it's fine. Okay, so you are able to move your full movement, so that's 4 squares up, and Dance begins to take over and moves you all the way over to the right. So right here. Yeah.
Okay.
And you do unfortunately need to give me a Constitution save. And you suffer 2 points of fire damage.
17 is my constitution.
17 is more than enough to shrug off the draining effects of this magical floor.
It's good to be young, guys.
All right, that makes it Juliet's turn.
No, Luno's.
Sorry. You're right.
Doing everything he can to be careful.
Okay.
Luno
so
is
you
going
have
to
move the haste.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, but you're moving at half speed, so 10 feet forward no matter what the result of the roll is.
All right.
A 13, unfortunately, is another failure as the dance moves you all the way across the dance floor to the far right. And I need another Constitution save.
11.
With an 11, unfortunately, you have now taken your 3rd level of exhaustion.
Oh my god, this might actually kill John.
Again.
So at 3 levels of exhaustion, you are also at disadvantage on saving throws moving forward.
This is how we re-roll John. He died dancing.
Okay, Juliet's turn. Juliet is going to move forward slowly and continue dancing with those ghastly footsteps.
Okay. So at half movement, you get advantage on your roll.
Only an 11.
But an 11 is not quite enough. You move forward 2 squares and all the way to the left. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
But
It's a 19.
A 19 is more than enough to shrug off the draining effect, but you do suffer 2 points of icy damage.
All right, that's it for Juliet.
All right, Vic is going to try to get over here beside Alexander and cast Lay on Hands on him.
Okay. So dance in the direction you want to go. Go ahead and give me a roll. Is he moving at half speed or full speed?
Half speed.
Half speed, okay.
That's a 20.
And you didn't even need the advantage, so he is more than enough. You're able to move the dance so that you pass by Alexander and touch quickly as you move past him and to the right 4 squares.
Okay, so she's going to tap him with Lay on Hands as she moves past him, so she makes it to here, and then she's going to do Lay on Hands, just tag you're it, and give you, let's see, the Paladin level times 5, so that would be 35. So she is going to give you 30 points, Alexander. And then which direction does she need to move?
4 squares to the right.
All right, that's her turn.
That's a
Okay.
lot of HP.
Yeah, that's a great ability. Scales well. Alexander.
That's me. I will try and go double speed. And so since I got advantage on regular, would I just have a regular go
It
for
would be a
double?
normal roll, correct.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
I cannot inspire myself, unfortunately.
You could inspire other people. I think John needs it.
10.
A 10 is not enough, so you are able to move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you are in the last row, all the way over to the left. You suffer 1 point of fire damage and 1 point of ice damage, and I need you to roll a Constitution save. At disadvantage, I believe. You already have one.
I do have one.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's on saves only. So just a regular roll.
So what am I rolling right now?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, and I would like to inspire John. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, so you've got a 3 on your Constitution save. So that is a second level of exhaustion, which means your movement is halved.
And where's the exit to this thing?
You're 1 step away from it at this point.
Okay.
The entire floor. Okay, so do you want to go ahead and roll that inspiration? Or
What do you mean?
Does he just want to have him
He does
hold
the
on to it?
inspiration when it's his turn.
Fair enough. All right, and whose turn is it now?
Nifron,
Nifron.
who is going to say fuck it and use his bonus action to dash across this floor, since he's at disadvantage anyway.
All right. So that'll get him, because he's at half speed, that'll get him 4 squares of movement forward.
A 3, of course.
And all the way to the left as the dance takes over.
So 3 up and all the way to the left?
4 up and all the way to the left.
Okay.
And dashing forward, 1 point of fire damage and 3 points of ice damage. And I will need a Constitution saving throw.
5, of course.
So that would put him at his 3rd level of exhaustion as well. Alia.
All right, so I'm actually also going to dash
Okay.
because I see the end in sight,
Yes, you do.
and I guess that's a 6.
6 is not enough for you to get away unscathed, but you are able to get off the board. You do get struck twice by damage, so that's a 1 for ice and a 1 for fire, and you may also take 1 level of exhaustion. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save. An 18.
18.
You could dance all day. Movie
She is
Footloose
12.
was made for you.
She could have
All right.
danced all night.
So, Luno, can you make a... No, I won't even make you make a check. There are life-sized statues periodically around the edges of this dance hall. You are standing right next to one.
Okay.
Theoretically, you could try to climb up onto it, and the statues are spaced about 15 feet apart.
Ooh, I'm going to acrobatics my way the fuck up onto a statue.
Okay, well, climb is
can.
normally an athletics check.
Oh. I'm tempted to just throw caution to the wind, use my monk ability to dash, and then go for the exit.
Yeah, that's also totally an option. You are... Let's see, let me zoom out a little bit here so I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would put you right at the edge, but not off the board.
And what's the 4th level of exhaustion do again?
Hit points are halved. Max hit points are halved.
And then 5 is you're dead.
No, 5 is 0
5
speed.
is 0 movement. 6 is death.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and dash and hope for... Well, you know, no matter what, I'll be able to get off the board eventually.
Mm.
So I'm going to go ahead and dash
Okay.
and take the disadvantage
Yep.
and use my inspiration when the time comes. Okay.
Okay, so a 14 is not enough. Would you like to use your
It would
inspiration
actually be
now?
a 9.
Oh, you're right, which is definitely not enough. Would you like to inspire yourself now, or do you want to save that for your Constitution save? Or
Well,
all
I
right,
was hoping for...
a better roll than
But,
that.
okay.
Yeah,
So that's not
that
enough.
still puts us at a 14.
Alright, so where do I end up?
So you end up right dead center of the board on the green square here. So that would be ice 1 point, and fire 1 point. And I need a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage, please. Okay. So you are at your 4th level of exhaustion as more of your vital energy is drained from you.
Okay, so my max hit points are halved. So that would put me at 32. Okay.
All right. And that makes it Juliet's turn.
All right. You said there are statues up there, and that I might be able to, able to climb up and try and jump across them or whatever. Juliet is going to try and climb up one of those.
Okay. So it's 5 feet in front of you. You'd have to move forward at least 5 feet. So I would still want a performance check from you.
Okay. It's at 5. Nice.
Okay. So as you step forward onto the green square, you take 2 points of fire damage halved, and go ahead and make a Constitution save.
19.
And you succeed at your save, and now you want to climb up onto the statues, so you can go ahead and make an athletics check.
That was a 22.
Excellent. You climb right up onto the statue of a Fey man and an elf woman who are clearly in the midst of a very sensual dance.
Cool.
They fucking.
The lambada, the forbidden dance.
That's right. That's right.
That's it for Juliet then.
Okay. So go ahead and move yourself forward 1 square.
I moved on to the green square. Do I move forward another one? No.
The green square, you walked forward, so if you're on the statue is on the square right in front of where you are now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so Vic's turn.
All right, so Vic is going to try to dip on out of here, seeing that Talia has made it off this board. So she is just going to dash for the to try to get off the board up here where Talia is.
Okay, you can get to the last square on the board. That's 8 spaces. That's the maximum board movement. Go ahead and roll for me.
That is a 7.
A 7 is not a good roll. So she dances to the left 8 squares as well, and is frozen for 1 point of damage and burned for 1 point of damage. And I will need a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 22.
Excellent roll. No ill effects from the draining magical effect. All right, back to the top of the order.
It's my time to shine. So past this last one, it's just a clearing that I can get on?
Correct, it's just regular flagstones.
I would like to try and get in there.
Okay. You still have to dance off the floor. You're still stuck on the floor at this point.
Right, so since I get advantage on a regular one, what happens if I just do half speed? Is there any other bonuses that I can get?
I do not play a game with double advantage or double disadvantage.
That's reasonable. I guess I'll just try and get off with advantage.
So you are at disadvantage with skill checks, right? Because you have a level of exhaustion.
Oh,
so
right.
But if you move at half speed, that cancels out.
Okay, I would like to move half speed to move 5 feet off of the dance floor.
Okay. And you succeed.
Huzzah.
All right.
I don't have anything else that I can think of really doing. Does getting affected by the 4 count as being charmed or no?
It does not count as a charm spell as far as avoiding that because of any racial ability or anything like that.
Reasonable. Okay, yeah, I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. So, what is you're done?
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting to try and recuperate from the being exhausted from the dance floor.
You can inspire Luno again.
I am out.
How many inspirations does he have?
Yeah, I used 2 on the puzzle, and then I used 2 in here, I want to say. One to save Talia, pulling her away from the trap, and then one on Luno that he blew trying to do the con save, I want to say, or his performance check.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
All right. So that leaves us with Nifron halfway across the board.
He is going to dash to try to get off the board.
Okay.
Uh,
So you're already rolling with disadvantage.
right, that's a 3.
Ouch. All right. Well, that will put him forward 8 squares, and halfway across the board, we'll say on the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say on this green square here, and go ahead and make that Constitution save for me. Unfortunately, that is also rolled at disadvantage at this point, I believe.
Yep.
2 points of ice damage and 1 point of fire damage.
That is a 10, so he fails the con save. And what was the damage? 3?
It was a total of 3 points of damage, and that would put him at half of his maximum hit points.
All right.
Okay, Talia, you are off the board. What would you like to do?
I'm going to run over here to Luno. I think I can get it this far and try to pull him off the board.
Okay. Just go ahead and we'll say I'll give you your choice of either an athletics or an acrobatics check to try to grab him and jerk him off the board.
I'm going to choose acrobatics.
Okay. As he's flailing around, you
20.
reach out, grab him by the belt, and pull him forward 1 space.
And then I'm going to look down at him and say, God, Luno, why do you look so tired?
Yeah, he's barely standing at this point.
Grasp out a thank you and then collapse to the floor.
He's been doing CrossFit.
No, obviously he hasn't. Otherwise, it would have been.
I saw the fantasy Instagram selfies. I know better than that.
All right. Well, Ludo, that makes it your turn.
Anything I would try to do would be at disadvantage.
Yes.
Won't you just take a dirt nap for a second?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna collapse.
Yeah, spend the in-between turns re-rolling your character.
Oh, don't worry. I've had a sorcerer rolled up for a while.
That's right. Can I have you roll 46? Okay, now again. All right, so Juliet.
All right, last one on the board. Is it potentially possible for Juliet to jump from statue to statue to make it across?
It is absolutely possible. What is your base strength?
18. So actually,
Okay, so that's-
probably not.
An 18 is a pretty high strength. I would say that it's a standing long jump, and the statues are 15 feet apart. If you roll a exceptionally high, not strength, athletics check, I would allow you to make that landing.
All right, Juliet is going to make this jump. Woo!
All right. So we're aiming
Take
for
the landing.
this
For the
square
statue.
here.
Yep.
Okay.
16. Wah,
A
wah.
16 is not enough. You land in the square right next to the statue, and immediately are shocked for damage. And that was we'll call that your action. So go ahead and, as the magic takes over again, roll to dance along the performance.
All right. An 11. Wah, wah.
An 11 is unfortunately not enough. You do move forward 4 squares, and are you trying to keep yourself on the edge at this point? Is your goal to try to climb up on another statue?
That's the idea, but
That's
I don't
the
know
idea?
if that's possible.
Let me have
takes
you.
me all over the place.
It does take you all over the place. As you try to force it, you're able to do so, but it makes your Constitution save made with disadvantage.
Okay. A 14.
14 is not. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry. 14 is enough. 14 is good. So you do manage not to get hit with the first level of exhaustion, and we were. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So you were here. Statue there. So you're actually standing in the space where a statue is right now. On your next
Perfect.
turn, you could try to climb it.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay. And that makes it Vic's turn, I believe.
Yeah, Vic is just going to make a jump for it to get off of these tiles onto this area over here where everybody else is.
Okay. If he wants to try to dance off, then he would still need to make that performance check. If he just ignores the steps, then he's going to take the damage and the potential Constitution save. A 21 is more than enough, so he's able to dance off. It does move him 5 squares to the right, but he's able to dance right off.
All right, that's her turn.
Okay. And that puts us back at the top of the order, right? Okay, Alexander.
I will move in front of Nifron on the dance floor and try and toss a rope to him.
Okay.
Would that just be would he just be able to catch that, or is that
he's dancing. It's going to be difficult for him to catch it. I'm not going to make you roll to throw it 10 feet, though. You can clearly get a bundle of rope to go in the direction you want 10 feet, but I would need Nifron to roll to catch it. So we'll just call it dexterity.
That's a 6.
A 6?
Yep.
Okay, it falls at his feet.
Okay.
But he's dancing on top of the rope right now.
He is dancing on top of the rope right now.
That's a tripping hazard.
Yeah. We have infinite amounts of rope, right?
Yep, we have a bag of rope.
I would like to toss as much rope onto the floor by him as I can with my action move.
Trying to throw him over to him.
Okay, all right.
Nifron goes, "You're not helping."
Well, you're not very good at dancing.
You managed to partially cover the floor in his area with tripping hazards.
If I were to yank it, do you think I could catch onto him?
You can certainly try.
Hey, Talia, can you help me yank this rope?
I mean, this sounds like a bad idea, but I'm 12, so why not?
Trying to get him off the dance floor.
I just always love it when you hear a DM say, "You can certainly try."
I know it's Mercer's thing, but I can't think of a better way to make a player double check themselves on whether they want to do what they're asking.
Absolutely.
I will try and yank the rope to pull him off of the dance floor with Talia.
Okay.
This is a whole lot of action economy in 6 seconds.
I was gonna say, if you're waiting for Talia's,
should I just wait for the next my next room?
I would allow Talia to do that with her turn.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Actually, I have a better idea with my turn since Nifron's probably going to go off the board.
Okay, all right. So let's hold on and see what happens then. What is Nifron doing at this point while his feet are surrounded by coils of rope?
So Nifron is like slipping on this rope as he's dancing around on this tile, and he's going to try to do like this, whole, like the NFL when the player's like 3 yards from the finish line and does like the jump backwards on their back to slide across.
Okay. All right.
So performance check.
Yep. Disadvantage.
That's 12.
12 is not enough, unfortunately.
So where do I need to go?
So he'll get off the board, but takes 1 point of ice damage, and I need 1 more Constitution save at disadvantage.
That's an 8.
Sadly, he is so exhausted he can no longer.
Yikes.
So exhausted, what?
He can no longer move.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got you covered. I got Tensor's floating disc. I'll just drag Nifron along.
Perfect. You like float him into like the main boss area, and he's just like
That's right.
Just
shooting a crossbow on it from his back.
All right, so that makes it Talia's turn. What was your brilliant idea, Talia?
Alright, guys, so I'm going to cast Darkness. This is my plan. If you think it's a bad plan, because Talia is going to say this out loud and get people's opinions, I'm going to cast Darkness, turn into a bat, grab the rope and fly it over to Juliet.
What's the lighting situation in here, Joel?
Well, that's what casting Darkness is for.
So it's dim light.
So I wouldn't have to cast Darkness.
I wanted to do.
I appreciate the thought, but I think I can make it across myself. I've been A-okay. It's been invigorating.
Alright, well, then in that case, I am going to come over here to Nifron and try to apply some medicine knowledge to help him. I won't help, but I'm gonna at least look like I'm trying.
Absolutely.
6.
You apply bandages deftly in all the wrong areas.
Outstanding.
Kiss his boo-boos.
It's like his feet are scorched and on fire, and you're like wrapping a bandage
Putting
around
a
his
cloth around his forehead.
Somebody said that you should always rub dirt on it if you hurt yourself, so you're grabbing dirt and just packing it on.
Definitely something I've heard before.
Here, the fire wound's closed.
All right, so Luna, that would make it your turn. You can still move. You're not that exhausted.
You can do it, Juliet. I'm just gonna sit here for a while. And that's it.
All right, fair enough. All right.
All right, so Juliet's turn. She is going to try and climb onto the statue.
Okay.
What do you need me to do?
An athletics check, yeah.
Okay, a 23.
Excellent. You climb right up onto that statue, and as your movement, you could try to, or as your action, I suppose, one or the other. You're safe at this point. You could use your second part of your turn to try to make that jump.
Yes, Juliet will do that. Another athletics check and hope high.
Athletic. That's right.
15. Wow, I am just botching
15
these.
is unfortunately not going to cut it. So
You don't
jump
get to
10
make any complaints.
10 feet forward. 10 feet forward, and you land with a shock of ice searing up your leg. That gives you
Clearly,
1
I was
point of
wrong
damage.
about your ability to do it, Juliet.
and another Constitution save, please.
18. Been rolling high on these.
You don't even need to climb statues. You might as well just dance across the floor. It seems like.
At this point, yeah.
All
Just
right.
walk.
So
Say, I'm not dancing for shit.
before we get back around to Julia's turn, does anybody want to take any kind of back?
Nope.
More medicine checks on poor Nifron?
Okay. All right.
I hear that knives are the best medicine.
18!
18
That might actually
is.
help.
That's a good check. Kevin, what's your take on using the medicine skill in a situation like this?
Well, with the medicine skill, I mean, for the most part, it's used for, if you had a kit or if you were trying to stabilize someone. At this point, since she's not actually trying to heal him and you can't heal exhaustion that way, I would say that it has no effect.
Okay. That would be my take as well,
Very
but I wanted to check with
enthusiastically
you.
look at him.
But she's doing her best, guys.
I'm willing to bet Nifron feels a little better. Just
I'm
Probably not.
helping!
Just emotional.
I'm helping, guys.
You're treating his psychological health.
Probably
Just
helping more than the rope.
Just as important.
Talia definitely feels better.
Absolutely. I feel great.
All right, so
she
let's
is
go ahead
handing
and...
out the thoughts and prayers.
That's right. That's right. All right, so anybody else have any actions to take before we switch back around?
Nope.
Okay. So, Juliet, you going to make a run for it at this point, or keep statue climbing?
No, she is going to move forward carefully
Okay.
at half speed.
At half speed, all right. So you can take advantage on your roll.
That is a natural 20, but I know it doesn't work for skill checks,
Yeah. But you move forward effortlessly, dancing across the floor. You find yourself standing right in front of your team of party members, 2 squares forward.
I told you could do it.
All right. So close yet so far. Another round around. Does anybody
All right.
do anything?
No,
Nifron's going to
Talia's
say,
quickly
leave
running
me
out
be,
of
girl.
bandages.
I am so running out of bandages. I'm about to start slapping him in the face because that's what I saw Juliet do one time to Alexander.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Leave me be, girl.
I'm helping.
You're really
Alexander
not.
did come back to life.
Exactly. Last time someone it took a couple days, but the slap brought him back to life. It's fine. No, I'm not going to do anything though.
Okay. I will say the bandages around the forehead did help to soak up all the sweat that was pouring off of Nifron's face.
I need a power
Oh.
aid. Does anyone have a power aid?
We'll make one with lentils when we get back to the cart. Don't worry.
Shut up.
No power lentil laid for you.
So, Juliet, one
All
more
right.
turn to dance off the floor.
She is going to dance carefully ahead. Oh, an 8.
Okay, you managed to dance off the floor, but not without tripping and suffering 2 points of fire damage reduced to 1, and you'll need to make one more Constitution save.
24. There we go.
Nice.
Wow,
God,
excellent.
got a tough body. She's
Apparently so.
Constitution.
big girl.
Tough body, 2 left legs.
All right, so you all managed to make your way all the way across the dance floor. Some of you more successfully than others. Once you step off, you no longer feel compelled to dance, and I will hand it back to Kevin at this point.
Awesome,
I hate
awesome
fairies.
job. This was,
Thank you.
Great job.
yeah, this was so
Indeed.
much fun and damn brutal.
And not a single blow was struck by anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those exhaustion levels, man, that's rough.
That's
So
something you
you-
don't see all the time. I love that. That's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And so if any of you don't know the mechanics, you will get them back per day of long rest. There are a few spells that can reduce exhaustion as well.
Which is awesome because we're inside a temple and getting closer to something.
You guys looking forward to coming back out?
As a bat, yes, 100% as a
We
bat.
will do something.
Not
I'm going to punch my way out of the temple from the other side. I don't give a shit.
So that's basically IRL Talia, right? In the background?
Oh, my daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, I was very confused because my.
Oh, sorry. I have
Hi.
twin girls, so there you go.
Aw, hi guys.
Going to drive.
You're going to Thrive? Okay, have fun.
For Mommy Dad.
I will. Have fun.
Don't be surprised if they come back with a collection of skulls.
Well,
You
awesome.
guys act like that's not normal.
Well, I think this is probably an excellent place to end this, and thank you so much, Joel, for joining us, and I can't wait
my
to
pleasure.
do some more of these in the future.
Definitely.
Agreed.
Definitely. Good. I'm glad you all had fun. I was beginning to feel like I was being too hard on you there toward the end.
Elizabeth's
never.
stories are great.
I didn't
Absolutely
want the
destroy
guest
us.
DM to be the guy who killed a player off.
I mean, Kevin's already done it 2 or 3 times in this.
No, Kevin
yeah.
did it once.
Well, I think me
Shane
and
and
Juliet killed
Blake did
half
it.
of the party at one point.
Yeah,
Half of the party did die at some point.
at the hands
That
of
is
the other
not
half of
because
the
of Kevin.
party. I had
mean,
nothing
the
to do
winning
with
half
that.
of the party.
And I very nearly killed, or someone very nearly killed, Adel before he met his
Oh yeah. that's
timely
right.
demise. Because we all attacked him.
Indeed, I remember punching him a lot. And I was doing subdual damage, though, I think. Or was I? Or was that Juliet?
That was me.
Well, we almost killed him.
Yeah, that barbarian
Very
really
nearly.
wanted to kill him. Which, normally I wouldn't, set an NPC onto a player, but, I mean, damn, I think we can all agree that he deserved everything he got that episode.
Definitely.
Pushed it to the limit.
Absolutely.
Like, in game, absolutely pushed him right to the limit. Like he was actively taunting the guy, and it's like, yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, sorry about your dead whore wife. And it's like, okay.
Woo! Yeah, man, there are consequences for stuff like that, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a great time. I had a great time as well. I'm definitely looking forward to doing another one of these sometime soon.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah, it's been nice having you, man.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, Joel.
alrighty. Well, I want to thank everybody out there in Twitch land for joining us for this episode, and we hope to see you again real soon.
Yep, thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. If I could ask a halfling-sized favor, give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's the best way to support us. New episodes come out every Monday, so make sure to check your podcast app. Do you have an idea to make the podcast better? Tell us about it on Twitter or Facebook. You can also check out our website to see all the maps, lore, and characters at DungeonsandDebaclespodcast.com. And now a word from our fantasy sponsor. Howdy, folks. I'm Gerg of Gerg's Barbecue and Crematorium, and I'd like to take a minute to address some of the slander about my business. We have some of the finest slow-cooked barbecue in the Plains Nation, and yes, we offer all hours crematorium services, but never the twain shall meet. Rest assured that your delicious combo platter of pulled pork and mutton never touched the remains of someone's loved one. Death comes for us all, and at all hours, and we answer the call. But that doesn't mean you could be eating a person. You have my word, we keep it separate. So if you have a hunger in your belly or sadness in your soul for the loss of a loved one, we can help. Gerg's Barbecue and Crematorium. We're always open. The music you heard on this episode was Shadowlands 1, Horizon, and Shadowlands 5, Antechamber, by Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0.